Hello ladies and gentlemen of the world, welcome back to the Barrett channel for a brand new video. Now, I am in a brand new place and you are going to see all of the context of why I'm here in the next video. However, I'm in Yangshuo, which is 3 hours north on the train from Shenzhen, and I'm going to be spending a few months here, which I'm very excited about. But that's not what this video is about. Maybe you can speculate in the comment section as to why I'm going to be here for the next 3 months. It would be quite interesting to hear your guesses. It's absolutely beautiful surroundings around me. Absolutely stunning. I can't wish to be in a nicer place, you know, for the next 3 months. Some of you have been, I wouldn't say complaining, but asking me to show the surroundings a little bit more. You know, I guess you're sick of my ugly face. But what is today's video about? You probably already figured it out by the title. Why are we so positive about China? Is it because we are paid by the CCP? Is it because we are scared because we're going to get locked up if we say anything negative? Well, these are very, very valid questions, but I'm going to put an end to the speculation now. No, we are not paid by the CCP to make specific positive content about China, nor are we scared to say anything negative. Actually, we have done a couple of negative videos in the past, but it doesn't feel good to upload them. It really doesn't. There's enough negativity in the world, right? Every day, the news, especially about China, but even just general news is negative. You turn on the TV, the news is about murder, it's about this and that crime and politics, all of that. And to be honest, the first reason as to why we're so positive about China is because I would say, I'd like to hope that I'm quite a positive person, quite an optimistic person. And I won't speak for my dad, but I think he is too. And, you know, is there anything wrong with having a channel that is being positive most of the time? Obviously, it's not realistic to be positive 100% of the time, and that's why you won't see us on camera going, "Hey guys, da 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 da," you know, putting on a facade of ourselves. Hello. Oh, there's a little dog just come and say hello to me. Yeah, we don't want to put on a facade of ourselves, and because that can really be not so good for your mental health after a while. You know, I've seen many YouTubers in the past have issues by doing that. But let me not lose my train of thought, as I am good at doing that. So the first reason is because we are generally positive people. I think if we were in any other country and we were doing the same amount of positive videos, I don't think anybody, there might not even be one person that would say, "Why are you not being more negative?" If you actually think about it, it sounds so silly. "Why are you not being more negative?" is essentially the translation of the comments of the people who say these kinds of nasty things. Would you love to come to our channel? Would it satisfy you if you came here and we confirmed your beliefs about this country? If we confirmed that, yes, it's so evil, you know, everything that the CCP organise or do or is not in the interest of the people, everything they do is just evil and has an evil motive behind it, but they make you think that that's not the case. Isn't it strange how we've gotten to this place? Isn't it strange? I feel like, and before I came here, I will admit, I was just like everybody who was making those kind of comments. I was just like that kind of person. Actually, no, that's not exactly right. I would never go onto other people's videos and comment like that. But in my mind, I thought China was a kind of evil place. I thought, the people are not very supportive of their government and all that kind of stuff. And that's because all I'd heard was turn on the BBC, turn on the Times, read articles online. And that's all I was being fed, was this narrative, right? So it just makes me, oh, I'm going to turn you around. I told you I was going to show you more of the scenery, didn't I? It just really has confirmed to myself, it's really made me learn that the human brain, this is kind of philosophical, but the human brain is so malleable. It's so able to be manipulated by the information that you're taking in. And we all seem to think we have our own free will, we have our own free thinking. And that is actually not the case. You could make an analogy of, I guess it's not exactly the same, but it's kind of similar as if there were two siblings and one of the siblings was taken away and was raised by different parents. Those two different environments and the different information that they're taking in, the different experiences they're having, the different traits that they're imitating from their parents, they're going to be completely different people, even though they are siblings. Now that really just tells me that your surroundings is everything. You know, I used to surround myself with people at home, and yeah, they were great friends. A lot of them still are. But I realized that I, in a way, was kind of different. I wanted more. Not that they don't have ambition, they all do, but I wanted to do something really different. I wanted to get out there in the world and experience stuff, right? And I kind of realized that the circle I was in was influencing me, and kind of drawing back that passion, drawing back that ambition that I had through no fault of their own. It was just maybe their ambitions didn't align with mine, so I became more like the people that I was surrounded by. And I feel like now that's changed a lot, because all of the foreigners in particular that I meet here are kind of in the same boat. You know, they're all ambitious people, they're all similar, you know, they want to do big things. Let me catch my breath a bit. I feel like I've gotten off on a bit of a tangent. I will get back on track, but what I'm saying still stands, you know, this is how I feel. But let's just take a moment to take in this incredible scenery. This has been built as obviously like a park to walk around. This is the river that goes through Yangshaw. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. It's kind of breathtaking, really. Holy moly, what a perfect place to tell you about today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is Soundcore parent brand Anker, who are a very, very respectable brand here in China. They have come out with a new product, the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pro earphones, and I've got some right here in white. They do a bunch of different colors. They got a nice blue, they got a black, they got a white, they got a pink, one for everybody. Now, I am a big fan of Bluetooth earphones. I use them everywhere I go. I'm probably using Bluetooth earphones at least 3 hours a day. And when you're traveling as well, these are perfect because they've got noise cancellation. So none of that on the plane or the train. You're cutting that completely out, as well as everybody else's voices. You're in your own little zone and you can get on with what you want to get on with. They look pretty cool as well. I've got the white ones. They're kind of silver on the outside. This is how they look. Now listen to this. You're going to get 7 hours of playtime with these earphones and 26 hours total without ever having to charge this case. The sound is 10 out of 10. I actually put the sound on, the noise cancellation on, and someone was talking to me and I thought they were just miming. I couldn't hear a single word coming out of their mouth. So you just take it out and music automatically pauses. You've got all your touch sensor buttons just like any others, and you're absolutely good to go. So we will have a link down in the description where you can purchase them. Thank you very much, Soundcore, for sponsoring this video. Let's get on with it. Rightio. Let's carry on walking around this little beauty of a place, shall we? So let me get on to the second reason why we are so positive about China, and this one is essentially, right, and I'm going to use another analogy again. I like my analogies. It makes me be able to understand things better, and hopefully you too. Let's say two people had an argument. Let's say your brother and sister had an argument, and then your sister came to you and said, this is what happened, this is my side of the story, blah, 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 blah. The likelihood is they're going to have some kind of bias riddled in that story, that version of the story that they tell you, right? That's going to sway your decision to side with them. But you have not heard the other side of the story. And the other side of the story could make you have a more balanced view, is what I would say. Now, that could not be a more perfect analogy for exactly what's happening with China. Yes, China has some issues. Of course, every country in the world has got issues. No country is perfect, and we've never said China's perfect. But when the West are coming out with X, Y, and Z articles with allegations that don't align with our experiences here on the ground, or, you know, with the people that we've spoken to, or whatever, then it kind of feels like somebody with a voice, aka us, aka other, you know, social media channels, speak up about it. So that's what we do. We are wary of trying to, maybe we should make it more obvious in our future videos and say, look, we know there's issues, blah, 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 but here's the other side of the story that is not being told to you outside of China. Because it almost feels like a moral judgment. It's like a moral obligation, sorry, to provide the other half of the story. And that's kind of what we do. And if you want to interpret that as paid by the CCP to spread propaganda, then you can interpret it as that we're paid by the CCP to spread propaganda. I'm really not trying to, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not living my life to persuade those few people that you're wrong. I'm just showing you my experiences. I'm just showing you, I came to China. There's not a whole great deal of videos coming out of China until this year, really. So I'm sure there's plenty of people interested in what my life is like, which is kind of cool. The key selling point is that we're here and we're foreigners in China, experiencing it and showing other foreigners who have never been here what it's like. Now, to be honest, that's all I've got to say on this situation. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. You know, keep speaking the truth as we see it. And that's all that's going to be done. So yeah, I think that wraps this video up nicely. I hope I hit all the points that I wanted to. Sometimes when I'm watching back, I'm like, damn, there's one thing I wanted to talk about. But I think we did, and I think we got there in the end. If you did like this video, showing you around Yanshuo, beautiful, beautiful scenery, please do drop a like. Comment down below your thoughts on this vlog, whatever you call it, and we will see you in the next one. For now, let's give it a take care.